Hi, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I'm so excited to be participating as a guest designer in AlteNew's January 2020 Stamp and Die release. I used these muted colors to create this very fun card. So the first thing I did was I used the Vase Fillers Stamp and Die set. So again, this is just, you can use this for many different different cards and styles. So here I am just kind of stamping using the Forest Glade and Frayed Leaf ink colors, and kind of rocking and rolling around the outside and just wetting them a little bit, and then stamping them on watercolor paper again to kind of let the the colors flow. So again, you can see here that I'm using several of the different leaf stamps to create this card. So again, first of all, I'm just stamping a whole bunch of leaves and flowers that you'll see over the next few minutes. So lots of pretty colors there. And then I moved on to flowers, obviously, using some of the other muted colors like Coral Bliss and Hydrangea. Some of the yellow colors, and just really, just really liked the way they ended up looking. So here's all of the different floral images that I ended up with. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the matching die set to cut all of these pieces out. So you can see here I've got all kinds of pieces, and actually I made 2 cards using these pieces for this release. The next thing I did was I used the Mod Vase die set to cut out my vases. And again, this is what I'm going to arrange the flowers in. So I ended up cutting 4 of these, and then I'm going to glue them all together. And then I pulled out my AlteNew 36 pan watercolor set, and I'm watercoloring waterline on the main vase. I just love the depth of color that that this pan set has, and again, it all coordinates with with their other ink colors. So it's just really just really helps to blend and coordinate cards well. So again, there it is, and you can see I grabbed a black marker and outlined around the outside. And the other thing I ended up doing was I did dry emboss that background. It is a little bit hard to see using the leaves and berries stencil. I wanted to give it a little dimension. But as I said, both with the flowers and the vase in the background, I used a black alcohol marker to draw the fine lines. So here I've cut out 3 of the hugs, and this is from the Hello and Hug set. And this one has both a sentiment, and then it's got a shadow to it, as well as a great variety of sentiment strips. So here I am just kind of adding the glue so that I can, make this sentiment pop off from the card. So I'll get that all put together. And then you can see here that that'll kind of be in front of the vase. So I'm using, again, the sentiment strip that says sending lots of, and then hugs. And I'm just putting that on a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm heat embossing it. I like to use the VersaFine with clear embossing powder. It's less messy. So again, I'm just kind of showing how this is going to go together, and then the flowers are going to be obviously in the vase. So I'm trimming this just a little bit, get it all ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Go ahead and glue my my hug sentiment on there. I love the dimension when you stack dies. That's one of my favorite techniques. So again, here's that Hello and Hug set that I used. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that gray background to the A2 base. And then I'll trim that sentiment strip again. And then I'm going to go ahead and start arranging flowers. So again, using the leaves and the hydrangeas as the, the base or the background, and then I'll add the smaller flowers onto the front. Getting them all arranged there. And then I have that one little turquoise flower. It's upside down there at the top, but I'd like to add that in for that final pop of color. And once I'm pretty sure that this is the way I want it, I grabbed a piece of press-and seal and kind of flipped it over and then trimmed that one stem. That the press-and seal just kind of helps to keep it together so that I can go ahead and glue and attach all the pieces and keep them organized the way I wanted them. So checking to make sure the stems are going to go in the vase. It's so much fun to arrange multiple pieces onto a card front. So I'll get that all put together, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that little flower grouping onto the front of the card. And then we'll glue obviously the base on there. And then that basically is the finished card. Put the blocks on there to help it dry. So again, here is the finished card. And again, thanks to AlteNew for inviting me. This is Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Blogger, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Please come and follow me.